Hi, this is Kim Pinkney, and welcome to my channel. Today, well, last night I ran across some people who saw my jacket, and they were asking me about, oh, I'd buy I'd buy a Naruto jacket. I'm like, oh, okay, tight. Well, I also want to know how long it takes me to do these things. So I bought this jacket many moons ago. It's been sitting in my closet. I just didn't know what to put on it, and it's basically it's a hoodie. It's all nice inside. Fruit of the Loom, and it's a 3X shirt, 3X hoodie, zip up. So I'm going to take these off. Not that I need to right now. I can take that off later. And I'm going to draw on the back here. I haven't decided what I wanted to put on the front. And let's see. Let's see what we got here. So I've got all this space back here. It's amazing. So what I'm thinking about doing is putting Naruto on the bottom and like the nine tail on the back, the demon. And what I'm going to be using is my big hoop. And I know because, oh, this is the wrong one. No, it's the right one. Okay, it doesn't have any, this hoop here, it doesn't have a lip on it. So it has a tendency of sliding. And what I usually do is, let me turn this down a little bit. Don't want to compete with my music. What I usually do is try to get this part to stay up towards the top. Sometimes I use clips to keep it in place. But we'll see. These hoodies are usually thick enough to keep these things in line. And I want to use like maximum space here. So I'm going to start at the bottom down here and just stretch this out. And, well, one thing I could do is I could take, let's see, I'm trying to think out loud here. I've got this size hoop here. And Naruto could be like in this hoop here, but that makes it really kind of tiny. Let me see. Let's see, I've got this hoop, and this is like one of the other ones that I do. And shame on me, I have not sprayed Wonder Woman yet. I don't know. She might be spoken for. Don't know yet. I think this is like really wicked plain, but it was for an exam. What do you call it? For an experiment. So I don't know. I might keep going with it. Okay, so if Naruto can fit like right in here, I could take the demon and kind of overlap him a little bit higher. So I think I can do that. I think I'll do that. Okay, so let me do this. I'll take this one out. And when I get ready to do the bigger picture of the demon right behind him with all his tails, I'll put that on. But for now, we'll start at the bottom here. And I'll try to find the center. It's kind of hard since I don't have a lot of space on my desk here. But this is where the computer is, and this is where my camera is, so I must make it work. So I'm going to try to gauge it off of the hoodie line right here. And make that my center. I've got this jacket zipped up. So let me hold on to this. And I'll have all that space, at least a hand, and almost a hand and a half up at the top. Okay, so here we go. Let me put my on here. Now some of this might be completed off camera because I like working on crap on the bus, but I'll see if I can stay on camera. That way I can monitor my time. So everything you see will be pretty much real time, I guess, or on camera. Okay, downside to this one too doesn't have it doesn't have a lip, so it doesn't keep it in place. So that's what the clips are for. And tighten that up a little bit. Now you don't want to pull it too tight. You just want to get it to the point where your pencil will glide across and it doesn't like sag in or snag or anything like that. And I'll just take this. I've got a little board to give me a little bit more stability in my drawing. All right. And it's not too tight. Now you know it's too tight when you can see inside of it. And when you can see inside of it, you'll be able to see like the lines and grooves and stuff like that. And what happens is that you're pulling the shirt apart. And if you pull the shirt apart, it comes back in after you've, you know, taken the clips off and stuff. It comes back in and it becomes crazy distorted. So you want to be careful on how you do that. Okay, so let me adjust my camera so we can see all the hoop. Let me see. Let me switch to my other view. There we go. And we'll tilt that up a bit. I'm wearing my one-piece hoodie over my another black hoodie. It's cold. All right, so let's get started. Find your source images, and I found mine. And I think I'm going to do a pose that, you know, he's just like ready and poised for action. It's been a long time since I've seen this show, so I'm kind of out of touch with like his latest fashion and stuff like that. But I just kind of asked myself, what would I want to see on a hoodie? Like, what would I pay like $100 to wear or something like that? You know, my good hard-earned money. And a lot of the art that I saw, I'm like, I don't know. I don't know if I want to wear that, or I'd wear it, but I don't know if I want to buy it. You know, type of thing. I don't know. Finicky. So. What I'm using here is I don't know how this is pronounced. It could be Stabilo or Stabilio, or is Stabilo. It's a white pencil. It's pretty vibrant. And if I don't have this on hand, sometimes I use just a white Crayola pencil because Crayola will wash out. So either one would work. So here's about where the head is. And, you know, if I make a mistake, I can kind of like rub it out. And that'll fade it. And since I'm working on black, I want the black to kind of be my outline sometimes. So the white is kind of just let's see. Let me just make sure I get my pose straight. I gotta bring his head up higher. Look at that. Gotta love it, gotta love it. Okay, so his head is way up here. I might have to go a little bit beyond. I'm just making some basic shapes so that I can get the entire pose in. Got his head, got his shoulders. And then his hand. We'll have that come down. I'm going to have him hold one of those, I think it's not a, yeah, I guess it's a kunai. Let's see. Okay, so he'll have his spiky hair. Okay, here's his shoulder. Right here. His arm is going to come up here. His torso, his leg, knee, okay, his arm is going to come over here. He's got his, I've got him in his black and orange outfit. I like that one better than what he used to wear. I mean, it's kind of cool. I used to watch the show a lot, and then I just kind of moved on to other things. And then I lost touch. And it's like, same way with like Bleach. I liked how it was starting, and then it just got kind of moved on to other things, and I moved on to other things, and then it ended, and now I gotta get caught up. But I'm telling you, I'm liking some of the ones that I'm watching lately. I'm watching Tate, I forget what it's called, but it's the Shield Hero. I was reading the manga. My son got me onto the manga, and oh my gosh, and I love it. It was good. The manga's good. Okay, so the difference between the Crayola and the Stabilo, not much. Stabilo is a little bit brighter. I have not had any problem with the lead falling out. Like when you're sharpening it, and you know you get like a terrible grade of the wood, and it just keeps falling apart. I haven't had any problems, knock on wood, on these. They're expensive. So and I've used this a lot on darker clothing that I had to draw on. So everywhere where it's white, I'm going to bring whatever color that I'm going to use, and use whatever this white is. It's going to end up being black, the color of the hoodie itself. So I want to make these lines pretty bold. And when you're working on like shirts and stuff like this, because it's got a texture, you know, the fabric has a texture, you want to stay bold. If you try to stay thin and detailed, or thin and small, you're going to lose a lot of detail, just because of the texture. And then I'm going to go through and paint. So I want to give myself plenty of room for my my brush and stuff to get around it. And I love a 3X shirt, 3X hoodie. Lots of room, lots of space to put some really good artwork on, or bad artwork. Just try to get this shape here. Now drawing on here doesn't take that long. It's the painting that's what takes long, especially because I need to put down a base coat. I'm using Tulic fabric paints, and this one's here a set of 10. I got this for about 10 bucks at Walmart. This, I think I paid about $2 or $3 at a art supply store, AOE. Shout out to AOE. It's like my Toys R Us, I guess I could say. I'm gonna bring his head down a little further. There we go. Add a little bit more drama. A little more. Okay, I think that'll work. And then I'll have his hand right here. So what I'm going to try to do, and it's really awkward to do, is I was thinking about taking this and painting it on the bus, but like I said, I think I want to go ahead and keep this at home and work on it on screen. So like if you guys have any questions, or you know, we'll have this documented from beginning to end. Usually when I do these things, I do it and do a speed drawing to it, so you'd see it done within like 3 minutes, 3 or 5 minutes. But in reality, it's much longer than that. Let's see. Okay, so his ears are about like right here, just to gauge. I usually do like little center line. Okay, and his eyes will be about right here. And let's see if I can get some decent detail. I'm going to sharpen this pencil just a little bit. You don't want to sharpen it too much because you don't want it to get caught in the line, in the little lines and stuff. You want to have it, you want to keep it dull, just sharp enough so that you can kind of get it. I'll show you how sharp I mean. And I'll even show what happens when it is too sharp. I think I just lost it. Okay, let me do it on this one. I also use this thing for crayons, this particular sharpener. Okay. Alright, so about this sharp is pretty tight. You don't want it like with a super tip on it. That will get caught and it will fall apart. See, it's already falling apart. Okay. Yeah, so you want to keep it kind of dull. Let me get back to my thingy here. Okay. Make this a little smaller so I can see any comments. If you guys happen to hop on in and say hi. Okay. Now this will definitely wash out over time or even rub off. We get his eyes. Okay, now his eyes, they have this like, they're round, they come at a little angle and then tilt down. You can also do this with chalk. You just want to use something that's not permanent. But then again, you're going to be painting over it anyway. I mean, it's even safe to go ahead and just paint. Once you've got your design down or your idea of where everything's going to go, you can go ahead and just start painting. And I laid down a white base coat just so I could get the other paints to show up. And then he's got his little lines right here. There were times when I would just go ahead and just straight up paint, you know, paint in his face. And then like, but the thing about doing that is sometimes you'll lose your original idea and stuff. Like placement isn't the same. So kind of like a double-edged sword. But if you could get your image back the way you want, it shouldn't be a problem. Now, if you guys are interested in custom designs, I'm going to get into doing some custom designs with Montana 1404. I think it's either 1440 or 1404. I forget what the last number is. I can tell you in a second. He customizes shoes. And I don't think I've ever customized a shoe before, but I'm like, you know what, that might be fun. So I'm going to collaborate with him, and if you're interested in anything customized, and we might even sell packages like shoes and a hoodie, or shoes and maybe sweatpants or something, we'll figure it out. But yeah, definitely. And I can probably even incorporate a bag or two or something like that into it. It'd just be like an all-out whatever the custom design is. So I'll be designing or working on some shoes probably soon, real soon. Once they come in, I'll go ahead and be working on those, and then I'll put what I do on camera. So you guys see me work, and I'll send you guys a link so that if you're interested in purchasing some original art or just some customized art. I want Sailor Moon riding on a unicorn, you know, Game of Thrones style, going up against dragons or something. I don't know. Whatever your little mind desires, and we can fit onto whatever product. Just let us know, and we'll hook you up. He's already got 6 orders, so we'll see how that goes. But it'd be great to be a part of the team. Okay, so this part's going to be black, so I have a decision to make whether or not to just go ahead and keep it black or paint over it with black. And if I was Froggy, I could even keep the white lines by, you know, outlining with paint. You know, there's a lot of potential. Alrighty, and he's got the lines here. Like, I was torn between what design I wanted to do on here. There's another one that I had found where he's like kind of like a little kid, and he looks like he's been beat up a couple times. Has like, what do you call it, band-aids on him. But he still looks a little tough. I was thinking about either doing that one. Let's see, I don't need that anymore. Okay, so here's where I am so far. Okay, and doing this is separated. This is the black. Now if I decide I'm going to repaint the black, like say this part right here and his sleeves, if I paint that with white and then go over it with black, the black will kind of like, I don't know, maybe it might stand out a little bit more against this right here, the jacket itself. It's kind of funny, I'm drawing on a hoodie of a guy who has a hoodie. Kind of cute. Ninja lives matter. Okay, depending on the script, let's see. Yeah, and I'm debating on what to put on the sleeves. I could put like some of my favorite characters on the sleeves, the ones that I know of. I know one of my favorites is the guy who has very little personality, but he draws on like a little scroll, and whatever he draws comes to life. I can't remember his name. If you guys remember his name, let me know in the comments. But I always liked him because he drew, you know, and his stuff came to life, and I'm like, dog, that's like a dream of mine. Oh man, so. And the one that kind of reminds me of Bruce Lee, but he doesn't have like any like special powers or anything like that. Was it Rock Lee or something like that? He was awesome. I mean, with his bushy brows, I think that's what he used to call him. Okay. Let's see, and I think he had like a. See, here's his leg. sure it's big enough. Yeah, I'll probably paint part of this off camera, or off stream, because it's boring to look at, I think. And I also have to like stop every now and then to let it dry. I could just use like yeah, I'll stop now and then to let it dry. So what I could do is I could work on this, and then as it's drying and parts of it are drying, I can go ahead and work on something else and just kind of like alternate between the things there. Let's bring this up a little bit, get rid of that. Let's see, oh, his thumb. Okay. Yeah, now it's getting dull. Let me try this one here. Yeah, the Stabilo is a lot brighter, but it does the job. This white pencil does the job. You can see it on here. Let's see. I'll switch sides on that. So if you guys have any questions, I can see them. There we go. Dexter! What up? Street Fighter! Now that's fun. Not yet. Not yet. There was a style that I liked. I think it was inside the game book art. They would have, I think, an outline, like a brown outline or something like that on them. And then, they would be all nicely colored on the inside of that line. I'm like, oh, yeah, that'd be tight. I wouldn't know which one I'd want to do, though. I was even contemplating Dead by Daylight or Mortal Kombat. Now that Mortal Kombat 11's coming out. Oh, not anymore, but, there are times when I doubt myself. Dexter's saying I'll never get rusty at drawing because I do it back to back, and yeah, I guess, but there'll be times that I doubt myself. I look at my stuff and I'll go, man, I know I could have done better. I could have done better. Could have bought a falcon. I should have drew a falcon. Things like that. Or if damn it, if life hadn't gotten away, or if I hadn't gotten lazy during the week or on the weekend, it's like, oh man, I'm gonna sleep in. It's like 7 o'clock. I can't sleep in. I'm an early riser regardless. Okay, let's see what time it is. Okay, it's almost 6 o'clock. Okay, let's see how far I can get on this. It's still missing down below. Yeah, but I wasn't always like that. And now that my car had died and I'm on the bike taking the bus, I've got that extra few hours to kill, but you're being jostled. It's not like I can yell at the bus driver, stop shaking the bus, or you didn't have to go over that pothole. You can't tell people how to drive while they're driving you and several other folks around. You could, but you just look like a douche. Okay, so I'm moving this up a little bit so I can get to the hair, and then I'm going to move it down again to get to the feet. Let's see, will it stay? Sort of, kind of. But yeah, let's see. There we go. Alright, let's finish this hair up. But yeah, and if you draw things that you like, I mean, or you find things that you like, and you constantly have that hunger. It's like I want to draw this, and I want to draw that, and I want everybody in the world to see it. That could be part of the thing too, because it's always been, you know, like, oh, do you draw? Yeah, but it's like I don't have anything to show them, and lo and behold, I'm wearing what I can show them. Okay, here we go with the same thing with the sun. Got spikes. Is he now? Huh. Yeah, put a link in there if you know, if you've got it, and I'll take a peek at that today. I probably watch it or listen to it while I'm on the bus. Yeah, I like the Street Fighter. I like how it's got this cartoony look about it, and it's vibrant and colorful, and they don't look too difficult to draw. Chun-Li was one of my favorites. I was a button pusher back in my time, button masher. But she had those legs, though. Those legs. Let's see. I can't remember if I was into anybody else, but I know I was definitely into Chun-Li. I'm like, old girl got thighs for days, but she's got that power to back it up. Yeah, she was definitely one of my favorites. Nah, I think I'll leave the legs off for now. It's such a hassle to move this around. I appreciate it. Thank you. And I think the other one was I don't know. I'm trying to think of if there was any others that I liked. Cannot remember. I can think of some of the characters, but I always played Chun-Li. Just something about a girl beating burly guys up. It's just like, so it's hot. You know, it's really hot. Okay, so let me see if I can start adding a little paint to this. I'm going to start on the top and then work my way down, and as I get to the bottom, I'll go ahead and add the feet and stuff. Okay, this is pretty small. Where's that brush? Here's one of them. Crap, I don't want to use this big brush. Did I put it down here? Oh, aha! Maybe that's where it fell. This will work for now. Okay. Now, I've got that what is this called? The board beneath this, but I'm going to kind of maneuver it down a little bit so that it isn't hitting the board per se. Actually, instead of using the board, I'm going to use this box here. Yeah, and I guess they kept her. I mean, what was the other one? The other fighting game. Something about the sword. It was about a sword. Shoot, it's gonna kill me. And then when I leave, it's like, man, how can I forget this game? Crap. But it had like, what's her name? Chick with big boobs, and she would she had a sword that would turn into a whip. That one. That is that's one of the ones that I would be interested in, because I can't remember. Jin, the old Chinese. Oh yeah, he was tight. Wasn't he like a drunk fighter? You could do that drunk fighting technique or something like that. But I know I used to play like Ken and stuff like that. But I know I was totally into the Chun-Li. You know, I just loved that she would just kick ass. Not Streets of Rage. God, dandruff. It's gonna... Soul Blade! Thank you! Holy crap, words are hard on Friday. Yeah, Soul Blade. Her, I'd love to draw her. You know, it's just like, if I don't kill you with my freaking whip sword, I'll like smother you with my boobs. I'll take you out one way or another, damn it. Kick you with my high heel shoes. But I like Yoshimitsu. I think that's what his name was. Oh yeah, he fought dirty, didn't he? Oh yeah. But I can't remember ever playing everybody else. I maybe tried, but I just wasn't interested. I always lost anyway. Everybody was better than me. My youngest son, you know, you'd think that, or oldest son, you'd think he'd be able to kick his ass, but no. Grew up on video games. I was raised on cartoons. He was raised on video games. So, if I ever need anything, do you really still have that game to this day? Yeah, those brought back memories. That was childhood there. Street Fighter, and then when it came out with different iterations of itself, yeah, it was pretty awesome. But the one that I really, really loved was Mortal Kombat. When that crap came out at the 7-Eleven, I saw that and fell in love. Right after, let's see, they had Tron, and then they moved on to, what's the other one I fell in love with? I sucked at Tron. Oh, the pirate. I don't remember him. Telling you, Chun-Li had my attention completely. Everybody else just kicked my ass, and I just get rage quit and kick them. Yeah, but Mortal Kombat is what got me. That was my shit. Oh my god, I love Liu Kang. Oh, I was all over that shit like a cheap suit. I just needed to hear Kimberly wins. That would have been tight. Fatality. Oh, the blood. Yeah, it was nothing like that game when it first came out. There was nothing like Mortal Kombat. Oh, the scissor guy! Ah, yeah, I never played these guys. Well, maybe I have, you know, because you always cycle through and you try somebody else hoping for the best. But I still sucked. Yeah, I'd have to do a Chun-Li. If I was going to do a jacket and I'd pay money for it, I would definitely do a Chun-Li. Like thighs all up in your face. Yeah, I'm all over the place when it comes to those fighting games. Yeah, this is the boring part, where you can spend hours just painting. So this is kind of like the Zen type of thing. Now, you saw the kind of box that I use. What makes it cool is that if you pull it on the sides, it gives you stability. So this is kind of, you know, I can touch down on this and it won't collapse. Vigilante. No, I don't remember that. Was it Vigilante? Because I played something called Princess Tomato in the Salad Kingdom. Bet you don't remember that one. No, I don't remember Vigilante. Yeah, I played the big guys. Yeah, but my thing was mostly cartoons. So anything that was like cartoon related, I was all over like a cheap suit. What was it called? Dragon's Lair? Oh my god. I think I've lost hundreds of dollars in that game. And I would pay people. I would put their quarters in to watch so I could watch them play. I love those games so much. Dragon's Lair and Space Ace. Oh my god, those games were awesome. And I didn't get to see too much of Dragon's Lair 2, but it looked so damn awesome. There are times when I would go back and I would watch people play on YouTube. They did like a speed run, and it was so, I thought that was so awesome. And later on, when it came to like a home console, I ended up finally beating Space Ace. That was fun. And there was a guy that was trying to do a Kimberly adventure, and I thought that would have been badass if he was able to continue, but the powers that be said no, and he complied. But it would have been nice, though. If only they gave him the blessing. Really? Was it spelled Vigilante, or was it actually spelled Vigilante? Yeah, I grew up with a lot of Atari games and stuff like that. And then up the street from my apartment was a 7-Eleven, and it had like the latest video arcade game, and that was so cool. I can't imagine how many more quarters I would have stuck into it just to see the ending of a game. Oh, and they had pinball every now and then. I loved pinball. When Miss Pac-Man came out, it was like a version of both pinball and video game, and I was like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna have a girl-gasm. A game-gasm. It was so good. It was awesome. She had better music, better graphics. Definitely a lot of fun. Ms. Pac-Man. Yeah, I didn't know that game existed, actually. Vigilante. Definitely should look that up. I need to get like a playlist to look up these obscure games. Oh, I dropped my other one. Oh well, I'm gonna have to use a small one then. Okay, so it is now. Oh shit, it's 6:12. Okay, let me see if I can finish the hair. Sorry about the cussing. I'll put some more of this on here. Try to smooth it out. When you do your base coat, you want to definitely get it smooth. Every little bump and cranny that you leave on here is going to be still here. This stuff is the equivalent of acrylic. Only I think it lasts a lot longer than acrylic paint. Also, it's a bit of a challenge to get the other paints on top of this. Sometimes it'll reactivate what this is, depending on how long it takes for it to dry and how long you wait for it to dry. But I pretty much want to overcome the black on the jacket, and it'll really stand out, the crisper the lines and whatnot. I've got to look that up because I don't remember any game like that had Madonna in it. But then again, I was, like I said, I was more into cartoons after a while than I was into video games. It's like I like my hard-earned quarters. And maybe that's just one of those things that just never made it my way. You know, because the 7-Eleven stopped having, you know, and we didn't have any arcades close by. You know, the mall. I didn't make trips to the mall. And the mall that we had was like too upscale for that. We don't have an arcade. We're artsy faltsy. We didn't do arcades. And that was in downtown San Diego. Britain Plaza, I think that's what it was called. I think that's what it was called. They had like a theater there where you could watch plays and musicals and things like that. But I don't remember if there was an arcade there or not. Alright, okay, so this is as far as I can go today on this part of it. I'll keep working on it, but not today. I gotta go. Let's see. The jacket with the sun and the moon looks pretty awesome. Let's see. So here's that moon. I thought that looked tight. It looks even tighter now that it's dry. Let's see if you can get a better view. And you guys saw the sun and everything. Now I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to put next on here. Oh crap, it stuck to itself. Oh, okay, alright, it's okay. All's good, all's good. Alright, but anyway, I'll see you guys tomorrow. I might do another live stream. I might sleep in. I might even start on a t-shirt. But you know what? I think that'd be kind of cool. Who do you think, Dexter, since you're one of my most faithful allies, who would you like to see on a shirt? I've got these shirts here that are like extra large, and I can't fit them. But they're gorgeous colors. I can fit them, but they're like, you know, really form-fitting. And who do you think would look good on a shirt? Or I could do everybody. Find some way of doing everybody was kung fu fighting or something like that. Or have everybody like have like little fingers behind each other's heads. That'd be tight. I think I'll do that. I'll take some of the more of the classic ones like Ken and the other guys like M. Bison and stuff like that. And they'll do like the little rabbit ears behind each other's head. Alright, you guys, take it easy, and I'll see you in the next video, live stream. Don't be a stranger. I won't bite unless you ask. Keep drawing, have fun, and I'll take care. And I'll see you tomorrow. Take care. Bye-bye. Long goodbyes, long goodbyes. Okay, and